Welcome to Happy Hour, brought to you by Best Damn Bookkeeping.
ACH. Like, it seems credit card processing seems to keep getting more expensive. And obviously there's a cost to move money, but then all these cash apps come along, right? Venmo, just different ways to move money that don't seem to have much of a cost. And then there's ACH that has a lower cost, but it seems to be creeping up. What are the alternatives to credit card processing? And, you know, get out your magic 8-ball. Where do you see it going? Because credit card processing feels like it's been around for a while and it keeps getting more expensive and more expensive. And I'm probably front running some stuff you want to talk about here, but how is the game changing, right? Like, industries like that tend to get ripe and then somebody comes on and just like totally changes the game and innovates. And I don't know if it's a Venmo, PayPal type of thing, or if it's an ACH type of thing, or if it's something altogether different. But what alternatives do you see out there that are like good alternatives? And how do you see the game?
Yeah, that's a great question. It's a great segue. So we're in the middle of a shift right now. So the biggest shift that we're seeing right now is in what we call dual pricing or cash discounting. So dual pricing has been around for decades. You know, if you've ever gone to a gas station and you've seen them flash the difference between a cash price and a credit price. So that was a loophole that was in agreements and regulations for gas stations to do decades ago. I remember that's been around since like the 90s up in Washington State. There's a chain up there that's always done that. Well, the Dodd-Frank Act actually allowed for an expansion of that for other businesses to be able to do that. So there is a way now for businesses to legally and compliantly offer that same thing, offer a cash price and a credit price. Now, there are regulations and there are a lot of things involved in doing that to make sure that businesses do it compliantly. There are a lot of businesses right now, a lot of them, and many of them are probably your listeners because they're in the home services business, you know, and I talk to them every single day and they're like, oh, I just pass it on to my customers. I just pass that fee on to my customers. And 80% of them that I talk to are doing it wrong. They're doing it out of compliance, either illegally, completely, or just out of compliance. And that can come with hefty fines. Fines can range anywhere from $2,000 to $4,000 up to $10,000 per incident. We did an audit on an HVAC guy who was surcharging. So he was just adding on 3.5%. And he wasn't disclosing it. He was just adding it on and doing it. And his violation would have been $10,000 per incident. And when we did an audit, he had done 77 transactions in a month. And we're like, look, could you afford $770,000? He's like, well, that's a stupid question. I'm like, well, that's the reality of what you're doing. Like, would you like us to help you fix that? So there are a lot of businesses that are doing it, but they're just doing it. And Visa's the one that's really hammering down on it. Visa, not MasterCard or Amex, but Visa's the one that is really, really hammering down on surcharging. They're doing audits, they're sending people out, and they're the ones that are really, really cracking down on it. So you have to be careful. Like, number one, if you are going to surcharge, you can't do more than 3%. You can't do it on debit cards. You just can't, like, every card that you run, you can't do that. You got to have proper signage and all this stuff. And what we do is we come in and we help a business do things compliantly and legally and in a way that's not going to piss off their customers.
Hey, home service heroes, thank you guys so much for tuning into our home service happy hour content today. I sure hope you learned a little something, and I sure as heck hope that it was entertaining. If you did find it fun and entertaining, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel for more cool, fun, entertaining business content. And speaking of which, stay tuned. There's a little more here and a little more right here. Check it out.